obviously City and Arsenal clear-cut favorites for good reason, and it takes a strong-willed individual to bet against either one of those. But I'm going to try to go on a limb here and give who I think might be the other team that makes at least a decent run. And listen, they probably at the end of the season won't end up winning it. That's Newcastle. They're 20-1 right now. They don't have the depth to get there at the end of the year. We saw that with Arsenal last year. But perhaps they can get off to a hot start before the competitions and the juggling of schedules and the Champions League gets really tough for them. Maybe they can get off to a decent start. And halfway through the season at Christmas break, they sit close to the top or at the top like we saw Arsenal last year. And maybe you can get then a buyback price on City or Arsenal better than they sit now. But I do like Newcastle to play well this year. I think the top four is another good finish for them. 20-1, though, I'm going to throw a few bucks on them to go ahead and win the league. They finished second in the Premier League last year in XG differential, plus 0.95 per match, behind only Man City, which, as Kevin mentioned, was quite a bit ahead of everybody else, plus 1.33. Behind them, though, was Arsenal at plus 0.8, so they were ahead of Arsenal in that regard. Their defense ranked second in the league. According to XG, they allowed just 1.07 per match. They also ranked in the top four in basically all shots for and shots allowed, both overall and on target. They ranked second in expected goals per shot. Basically, that just measures the quality of their chances. So when they took shots, they were good ones. And they were the number one corner creating team, averaging 7.1 per match. So pay attention to that. They were a team you could make a lot of money on taking overs on their corner totals last year. A little bit of movement in the offseason. Lost Alan St. Maximin to the Saudi League. And then Chris Wood, though he really was never the player for them that we saw at Burnley or at Leeds the last couple of years when he was scoring double digits. But they've done a solid job at replacing, and I would argue upgrading. They brought in Sandro Tonali from AC Milan, Harvey Barnes from Leicester. Again, beating a Man City or Arsenal who are very deep will be difficult as this thing goes on, but I'm going to hope for a quick start. Maybe, our City and Arsenal aren't as sharp early on, and we can get a little bit of a buyback price on the big dogs later. But Newcastle 21, I at least think they're going to be in the top four, so I think it's given us decent value to take a chance.